Welcome to the Salem TV News Break. I'm your host, Marie Sanders, keeping you informed of what's happening around Salem and our nation. And my sidekick is here.
Hello there, Marie Sanders.
Hello there, Pastor. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, too.
Are you holding up during all of this virus stuff that's going on out there?
Yes, I am holding up and holding on.
I see. And you have your, is that a cheetah print?
This is a cheetah leopard print. Yes, actually this piece was from a young lady that has a boutique in Houston, and I purchased this from her, so.
Maybe we'll have a new advertiser out there.
We just might. You never know. You never know.
That's
So,
right.
no, we're still keeping our viewers informed of what's going on with the coronavirus, especially in this area. So we have some news for you all. Just some of you may have heard it, you may not have, but we want to make sure that you are informed. So, Pastor, can you let us know some of the latest developments in our area?
Absolutely. Last week, we discussed briefly on the news break several Zoom meetings that were taking place. And we had a couple of Zoom meetings last week that did a good job of informing us on things that were going on in the community and throughout the connection of the United Methodist Church. One of the more interesting meetings was held by the Orange Pastors and Ministers Alliance. And it was a COVID-19 town hall. My mother, Dr. Mildred Bright, was one of the public health experts who were there to speak. There was another physician, and another one of the experts there was the superintendent of school for West Orange Stark, and he was at that meeting.
Yes.
We discussed having our graduation for the high school, and that the graduation was set for the first week of June. We also discussed how the administration offices for the school district have been open over the last few weeks. We all were very interested in that information. It was very good and useful information, but once we hung up from that Zoom meeting, within a couple of days we found out that the superintendent of schools had indeed contracted coronavirus himself. So I don't know what that means for the graduation process. I know that there are a lot of seniors who are looking forward to walking across that stage and shaking that man's hand, and they won't be able to do that this time. Which brings us to some very important lessons. If we had all been in that meeting physically with one another, I would have had to quarantine right now, having been exposed to the coronavirus. That shows you how close we all are to contracting this disease ourselves. And also how extremely important things like Zoom meetings are and gathering online. These things that we are doing are saving lives. Now, I can't ask you to bring the national number of cases down. I can't ask you to bring the national death toll down. But I can ask you to change the one and only one statistic that you can affect, and that is your health. You can only keep one person off of those charts, off of those statistics, off of those graphs, and that one person is you. If you have a household with children in it, then your responsibility has increased to include your children as well, and those that you're responsible for taking care of. But each and every one of us has at least one person that they can make sure is not reported as having a positive COVID-19 test result. So how do we do that? Very simply, we stay at home. We don't go out unless we absolutely have to. When we travel to the stores to get our supplies, we make sure that our faces are covered, that our hands are clean, that we resist the temptation to touch our mouth, our nose, or our eyes, and that we clean our hands again immediately after we leave the store and before we head back home. those common sense things that Salem is famous for doing are the things that we need to do to lead this community to good health. Now, there are some very important statistics that I want to share with the congregation. There is also some information that we've collected about about testing. Right now, it appears that our testing is still much lower than the national average.
Wow.
And unless we have more comprehensive testing, it's going to be very difficult to go out into public or to gather again with any type of assurance.
Correct.
But since we can't rely on everyone else, we have to count on ourselves. You have to keep yourself off of those statistics and not become a statistic yourself.
Exactly.
So we have prepared a video here at Salem TV that will help to illustrate exactly what the dangers are, why we quarantine the way that we do, and also give us some numbers that will help us to drive home the point and encourage us to continue to social distance and do those things that will keep us from becoming a statistic.
Yes. Thank you, Pastor. Now let's take a look at that video.
Hi, I'm Bella Bright, and this is Marie Sanders, and we are going to do our workout for this week. So last week we did aerobics, but this week we're doing weight training. So the only thing that you'll need are some water bottles, or if you have one of these bands, you can use that like this. Okay.
Just like that.
If you have a band, just go ahead and put it under your feet. And we'll start with some bicep curls. All right, let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. So now we're going to do some shoulder presses. It's very easy. You just put your arms all the way up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Praise God.
Great. So now we're going to do some tricep curls where you go back like this and all the way up. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Now we're going to do some military presses. You're going to have to move, if you're using a band, you have to move it all the way back to the back of your chair.
Okay.
And adjust your hands, and you just press forward.
Press forward. I like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right, now we're going to go right back to the beginning.
One more.
And go right back to our bicep curls.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, my arms definitely needed that workout.
I think I needed that too.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you do this every day. Bye.
Bye-bye. Now for this week's announcements. An administrative council Zoom meeting was held on May 11th. Thank you to all who attended. Committee leaders, please remember that you are responsible for setting up the times of your meeting and also for informing your committee members. In observance of Memorial Day, we would like to honor our veterans. Please email pictures of the veterans in your family to salemtvcares@gmail.com. Please remember, email only. The deadline to submit pictures is Tuesday, May 26th at noon. Congratulations to our graduates of 2020. We know that it has been a rough time, but we want you to know that we are proud of you and we honor you. Please submit pictures of your graduates to salemtvcares@gmail.com. The deadline for submission is May 26th at noon. We had 51 viewers for our worship services on Sunday. Please remember to share the videos with your family and friends and also on social media. Our offering for May 11th was $1,690. The offering for May 17th was $2,170. Thank you all for your continued support of Salem United Methodist Church.
Hi, I'm Easy Bright,
I'm Bella Bright.
and we're here with the arts and crafts section.
Yes.
Today we did something pretty trendy on TikTok, and we bleach tie-dyed some shirts. I'll tell you guys a little bit about how we did that. So first we got some old shirts that we probably weren't going to be using for a while. These are our dad's. And we used a fork to twist them around into a spiral shape, and then we put rubber bands over it, and then we rinsed them out. And now we'll look at a video.
Fell for these ocean eyes. You should see me in a crowd. Got no man, there's nothing to tell. Watch me make them bow. One by one by one by. You should see me in a crowd. Your silence is my favorite sound. Watch me make them bow. One by one by.
Okay, after after that, we got some bleach, and with one shirt we sprayed, and with the two other shirts we got bleach and we poured it over. So we poured it over, some in the center and some on the outside. And then we let the bleach soak for a while, rinsed it out again, and then start washing them. And here's how they came out. Ooh. I think it's pretty cool, if you ask me. Like,
I think this one was the one
Yeah.
that came out the best. 'Cause it's
I like the
most-
contrast of color on this one.
Yes. And then, he's used old softball team.
I was a diamond doll. Shout out to the diamond dolls and Marshall. Yeah, but that came out really cool too. So as you can see, you can do it on a light shirt or a dark shirt, and it comes out just really cool. And if you're tired with your old clothes, here's just a way to reinvent them.
Yep.
So, if you want to bleach tie-dye some shirts, send them to us. Let us see. We want to see how y'all's turned out. Okay. Thank you for watching. The Salem TV News Break will be back right after this. Bye.
Get a pack of strawberries, cut them into little cubes. Then you're going to want to get sweetened condensed milk, add all of that together. Then half of a lemon, squeeze it into a 1/4 cup and add that in. And next you're going to want to get your Cool Whip, cut it in half, put half in the mixture, save the other half for later. Get a whisk it all together. Get a loaf bread pan, cover that in tin foil, and then add your mixture over the top. Then melt a little bit of butter, get 8 Oreos, crush them, add your butter, and then you're going to want to shake it all up together, mix that in, and then add your Oreos on the top so that it's like a little topping of Oreos. And then what you're going to want to do is get some more tin foil and put it over the top, and then let it sit for at least 6 hours in the freezer. When it's done, take it out, flip it over, take the pan off, take the foil off, get the other half of that Cool Whip that you saved, ice the top and the sides of the whole cake, and then cut it, get a slice, and enjoy.
And we're back. And this is, as you all may know by now, our favorite segment,
Yes, the food segment.
the food segment. This is me, and this is Miss Bijou Bright.
Hi.
And you're going to tell us what we have today?
Today we have this strawberry upside down cake. It's made with some strawberries and condensed milk and Cool Whip and lemon. So you just mix that all together, freeze it for a few hours, and put some Cool Whip on top with some Oreo crumble on the bottom, and you got it.
See, as you were talking, this knife was going up because I can't wait. We have been talking about this since yesterday, and I am going in. Let's see. Ooh, it has a crunch. Well, let's just taste a little bit. Why don't we? Bring your plate over here, ma'am, please. I'm sure you all will be able to cut it better at home, but this is for television, and I'm trying to hurry because we have been trying to. Woo!
That looks good.
This is good. Would you like a big piece?
Sure.
I know you do. Wow.
Wow.
Y'all, I'm making a mess, you all, but this really does look good. I'm sure it tastes good.
Wow, it's got some crumb on the bottom.
This is, oh my goodness. Hey, I'm having a good time.
It's a little messy, but it's
It's
gonna
messy,
taste
but
good.
look, that doesn't matter to Miss Marie.
All right, let's try it.
Okay, let's try it. Let's see. You can't go wrong with strawberries, honey. Cool Whip. Mm-hmm.
It tastes like ice cream.
It really does. Mm-hmm. Ooh. This is good. So, what I'll do is, I'll continue this.
The lemon,
Mhm.
the Cool Whip, the
Mhm.
strawberry.
And the Oreos with the crunch. Mm-hmm. That's absolutely wonderful. Well, what we'll do is keep on eating this because this is good. So I'm going to say, until next time, stay faithful and stay fruitful. Ooh, this is good.